could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away when no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away when no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Welcome everyone to an off-season scrim, Trident versus Taicon. And at the moment, we do have a few players from both these teams already. Just waiting for a few more to join in. But we should be getting started fairly shortly. Thank you all for waiting very patiently. It's definitely going to be an interesting match to see against Taicon versus Trident. Now, I have casted Trident I mean, within, what, the last week or two? And they looked very strong against their last scrim against KKI. Taicon, I know, has been in the scene for a lot longer than Trident, so it's going to be interesting to see how the transformed Taicon squad experience will fight against this new Trident team. Now, Trident does have a couple tryouts. Nevertheless, the heart of Trident is still there. And yeah, we're still waiting on 3 players. And it's starting to look like these two teams are actually about to get the first map started very soon. They have just switched sides. But we'll have to see about that. First map to start off the scrim is Factory. And I'm not quite sure which side is starting which. And yeah, it looks like Trident will be starting on the defense for this one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the match has officially started. In case you're just tuning in, this is Trident versus Taicon. VRML off-season scrim just after the 4th season. Taicon start on the attacking side with this pistol after receiving their 5th player. Trident's 5th player, Bot Neil, will have to do. And Taicon, they are starting off this first round particularly interesting. Starting off on nearby top floor, perhaps going for an A take into the office area, but we'll have to see about that. A ping on the window, perhaps signaling that they're going to go through War Room hatch. Trident, on the other hand, I mean, this is actually very bottom floor, now that I realize it. So, probably assembly push then, if I'm not mistaken. A very solid anchor from Trident. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that should be the play. Especially when you're down 1 member, Taicon. Yeah, going through the hatches. A little bit misplaced there. That Inton will go out at the perfect time to stall. War is in this corner, kind of stuck. Jesus, the first one to take the first blood from within the site. But La Passion pushes out through storage. Ferrar is actually going to be the one that gets the kill. He's actually will find the second. Yes, he will. La Passion coming in. Now it's just down to Jesus. 19 HP. Spectral in hand, but Big Pony Club nails the shot to Jesus. Taicon. Tactical first round takedown. And it looks like we're now fully in a 5v5 in the server. Hunter joining in for the party. I think it was actually in the middle of that first round. But anywho, Taicon take round 1. We're going to move into the second round. Trident is going to lab just a little bit. Only 3 SMGs for them. Stim is invested too for that extra HP advantage. And we're seeing Taicon is actually starting from the same exact side. Again, just abusing all areas, all entry points on the map. Making themselves not predictable at all. While Trident, I mean, they're forced to just play their game for now. I mean, it's only been 1 round for them. Can't read into Taikon's game plan too much, but that hatch blow might actually seal the deal. Bappo actually gets one with the Jesper. He's tucking around Tetris, but Kitsune gets the refrag on him. That's the roamer down. That hatch is going to get popped anytime soon. Jesus should hear this. So should Hunter on the other side of that wall. Roar does drop down. It's the drone coming in to try and get intel here. Hunter is pushing through, trying to get picked. He actually gets 2 here with that P90. And La Passion is trying to find the replay for his fellow mate, but Jesus with the perfect flank. Trident has just swooped in and just denied all of that air from Taicon. I mean, big props to Hunter on that. That was a huge double kill with the RCP. Now it's just down to Ephus. 1v4, what can you do for us, buddy? Viper in hand, does find the first. Not completely losable. 1 minute 35 seconds to make something happen. Has access to the drone, has access to EMP, so I mean, really, game plan is just to get that EMP down, find a few picks on the way, hopefully. Oh, spots the head of 1. He's not going to overcommit to it. He knows that that's just 1 player off-site. He doesn't know that there's 2 players off-site. He actually is going to foam War Room wall, but Hunter picking up a triple kill on this round. That's Trident tying it back up on their second round. Good investment. However, Taicon actually didn't fully invest into that second round. They still got loads of money to spend. We're even seeing a couple Vezins. A few Vezins, actually. RCPs throughout both teams. That is what I like to see. And Taicon again, starting off on that same rooftop. Let's see how they play it on this side, though. Gonna make for some interesting aggression. And bot Daniel is actually gonna be kind of be a little bit of a sound bait here for Taicon. Breaks over that window. Demon J. The jig's up now. Bot Daniel's gone. Doesn't matter anymore. But it looks like the push is primarily towards vending. Default hatch is blown. Roar's gonna maintain it. Fake Pony Club. He's looking to re-aggress to the window that bot Daniel pushed in through. Falls back. Vending, I assume. Lapashani Kitsune. They're here just fighting around vending. Plan to get that wall down anytime soon. Hunter is here in lockers. In case if anyone goes cubby, he actually has eyes on that cross. So if they try to go for that wall, most likely he can get a few hits, get him off that angle. More importantly, get info for Trident, knowing that there's people away from vending. Oh, gonna go down. La Passion, that nade. Oh my gosh, Jesus, good nade. That cubby wall, like I said, it's gone, but Hunter does find that kill. Bappo finds another inside the site. It's Kitsune, he's alone just behind the vending machine, and Bappo swings in, avenging Jesus and D-Moon. And that's Trident, up 3 with 2 rounds. Again, beautiful nade to start off that anti-exec from Trident. And now we're seeing Taicon. It looks like they're starting to switch up their game plan a little bit more. They might be going for... Oh, they're actually going to start from front door. This is interesting. I've never really seen this sort of attack on Factory, because I'm a noob. Anyways, but Trident, I mean, they're playing their defense super solid. They're just playing Anchor. They're playing reactively. They're utiling their points of entry. Trident's just relaxing. They're in the lawn chair. It's summer break, and let's look at this clone that Trident actually put out. This is absurd. Hey, I mean, it's got that finalist skin. And Taicon, they're gonna take their plan of attack again from the heights, although it is from orange, so pretty common. Clone gonna be spotted anytime soon by the Taicon squad. Orange is completely in Taicon's favor. There was no roams for Trident. Taicon also has bought out completely on this, but Hunter finding the pick on Aurora from Washington. Are you kidding me? It's gonna leave Taicon down to number. But that wall might be Bappo's demise if it gets blown soon. Bappo's holding the nade here. He could get completely caught. I mean, just by a hatch player, too. He's gonna get stuck if that wall's blown. But Taicon's... I mean, they're just waiting for something. Bappo does swing out, gets 2! Holy crap, just as the wall goes off. That's the perfect timing you want to be in. Bappo's looking for more. He's looking for the third. La Passion going back up the stairs. Find a different angle, but Bappo doesn't even care. Gets the third. It's just down to Pig, Pony Club, and War Room, and Washed Packs. He's up on the table, and he doesn't see him. Hunter fighting 3. Pax fighting the final. Trident already up to 3 rounds of this half. And now they're just on a roll. Taicon forced to buy up orals here on their 5th round. Majority. And I mean, I'm assuming Trident's not predicting these plays from Taicon, but it just feels like their reaction has been incredible so far. They just have the right protocols in the back of their mind with their team. The perfect timings. And don't get me wrong, Taicon has great strats here. Passion alone. And drop through. Pink and RJ both on that. What a beautiful swing through that door. And he's actually gonna go for more. Tries to get a kill on the Kitsune, but Kitsune puts him down before he can get too out of control. Demon making sure Lockers is under control, but he's actually pushing up here, so Demon might catch the cross out of him. But meanwhile, watch Pax gets 2 on a bending. That's huge. Taicon's attention drawn away, goes back towards bending. Hunter gets another. Hunter's full flash. Roar gets a pick onto him. But Pax is still holding the line in bending. And Pax, triple kill to bring Trident to 4 on the side of bending. We're seeing the momentum has just completely shifted in Trident's favor. I mean, I want to say after their first round. Starting off their defense side, great. Now the last round of the half, let's see if Taicon can make it a 2-4 here. And we're seeing a default plan of attack from Taicon Kitsune posted up near assembly, while Rar is actually on that second floor. La Passion going towards Wash, Pink, and RJ. They're kind of selling this fake of that the push is happening in orange while the rest of their team goes towards assembly. Bappo is insanely aggressive with this. Nade kill and a headshot. That's their Swords players down. He finds the kill in a La Passion. Are you kidding me? That's 3 down. And Roar and Kitsune's positions are now nil. What do you do if you're Kitsune and Roar? And, I mean, that proxy is just an insult to injury. Demon's going in for a swing, gets that kill. Rightfully so, team right behind him in case we needed help there, but he didn't. Roar now traversing through the stairs in the 1v5 to try and bring it to a 2-4. Here's Jesus pushing up. That's a flash, though. Gets a good dig. Shoots it through the smoke. Okay, let's see what you got, Roar. But that nade's gonna deafen him badly and bruise him, while Bappo finds his 4th kill to bring Trident 5-1 for the half. Halftime scoreboard check. Bappo is going 11-3. 3.0 KDA, KDR. And that's just insane to think about. Halfway into the game. Trident, let's see if they can carry over this momentum onto their attack. And we are seeing a pretty meta push here. We got 3 going hatch. It's going to be interesting. Maybe a fast cubby. We'll have to see. The Pax over towards vending machine. Couple tags on Kitsune. Bappo crawls his way in with Pink Pony. Showstopper there. Now we got 4 swords towards Tetris side. drops are going through. RJ tries to find the pick on a Hunter. Demon quick with that trade. Kitsune quicker with the trade, though, as the Trident squad takes out that static in a 3v4. Down a number. Trying to make their way into lockers and cubby wall. Believe that wall just went. Yes, I'm right. Demon taps that EMP. Gonna bait up that Ensign. Taicon down. Down a number now all of a sudden. Demon with that pick. Rory's pushing up, trying to equalize it for Taicon. Demon pushing up though. Finds the tags. Jesus, a great peek onto the door. Finding that perfect angle down. Now it's just left down to La Passion in a 1v3. EMP freshly planted. Hatch player is active. And the protocol for La Passion. Just seeing if Trident players get angsty here. Trying to see if any of them get greedy. But, I mean, with that Hatch player, I don't know how much of that is going to pull out into his favor. Jesus, ending the round for them. As we're now map point for Trident. And I wouldn't be too surprised if they get some investments here, but they're actually playing this economically smart. If anything, Taicon's the one that's going to heavily invest into this round. And Trident, I mean, they're gonna make this. They're gonna try to make this they're gonna try to make this a 7-1 sweep for them if they can, while they have the chance. Majority of the players grouped up towards this storage side. Oh yeah. Let's see how Taicon deals with this Pink Code Club. First line of defense for Taicon. Or coming in as the second. Drone is going to clear out though, so the jig is up for Taicon. Those aggressions merely a facade, but that nade though gets some good damage. Does miss though. Kitsune finds one from the flank. He's going to come back and shoot him right in his face. I believe Bappo tried to make a run for it in the site. Didn't really work out for them. D-Moon catches one on blue box. He just tries to be the entry man, but that double hold onto default is kind of a lot. But look at Pax here on this flank. He's going to catch Roar there. That's one. Pink Pony Club turns his attention, but he also has to deal with D-Moon as well. D-Moon coming towards the door. He's going to peek out any second now. Retreats a little bit, and Pax is going to make his way into connector, but D-Moon closing out the map on Factory. 7-1. And just like that, blink you'll miss it. Trident winning Factory. Solid win. Solid win. We look at the final score chart. Trident has practically has double the score of Taicon. Bappo, a stunning performance. 12-5. Double digits within 8 rounds. That is absurd. And the next map will be revealed in just a few moments. But, I mean, it's looking clean for Trident. And I'm sure Taicon is going to come up with something to deal with this on Arctic. I didn't actually quite see which sides, but yeah, it looks like they're going to carry on the sides that they were on. Trident is starting attack this half. So we get to kind of see how they're going to set up the tempo for them. Hopefully it'll be likewise from factory. And our first site's going to be top 4. And unfortunately, it looks like Taicon has lost a member. Hopefully they come back within this round. But for now... match going down. Hunter is... oh my gosh, Plague Doctor is playing for Taicon. This is insane. I've never seen Plague Doctor play. Anywho, Trident taking over green here. Smoke does go down on that door. Jesus finding the first. Roar, he's actually going to go in and try to retake the space, but watch Pax. Clinical with that hold, but that instant onto Bappo. Jesus is going to try and plant the CMP, but Pink Pony, if he gets a good wallbang here, is going to take down Jesus. He is pretty low. Kitsune with the flank. He's going to find 2. This is looking good from Taicon so far, but Hunter, there's a reason why he's still hanging around stairs, finds that flanker, and EMP is actually planted for him. He can get over to Jim. Pink Pony pre-fires that, as Hunter's going to make his way over to Jim. Just kind of find some pre-fires of his own, while Pink Pony and Left Pass Strong, they're playing off of each other, man. That's Taicon winning the first round again. And if you're Taicon, that's gotta feel relieving. Starting off the map with a win of your own on defense. No, Trident's not going to let that get to them at all. Full investment. And, I mean, for bottom floor, I don't blame them. We are about to witness probably some insane util dumping. All nades are bought out. Some nice tripwires from Taicon. However, let's see if they have a nicer hold, though. Nades, a couple of nades on their own. RCP also, that's going to do some incredible stall. Pink Pony's going to be the first to throw some utility here. Nade. Trident backs away from it. They also have stairs control, which is really important. So it's going to make their push a lot more linear. As Demon J trying to find a pick, while Plague Doctor gets one. Hunter finding the trade with the nade. Now these trips, one's gonna be spotted. I wonder if they predict the second Blue Moon. Gain that wall foam. The trip is down. Passion tucked in the corner. Gets a thumbs up, but that instant's gonna be kind of a crumble for Trident. Pax is down to 1 HP. He makes one wrong step, man. It's over for him. Bappo takes away that stim. And the wall is blown, so the push is going not as well as Trident wanted to be. Kitsune does find one, but Bappo gets the head of Kitsune. Big Cody Club is the only anchor on the site, but look at Roar. Look at Roar. He's got a flank, and Pax is HP, so it's definitely winnable, but it doesn't matter. Pax finds that kill anyways. Pink Pony Club down, 33 HP stim. I don't think it's charged, but it is. Ditches the Omen, instead goes for the medium range Spectral. one little tag onto Pax and it's over. Finds that RZP. That's a huge upgrade for Pink Pony. Time is dwindling down. Finds Pax. That's some progress. EMP is still planned for Bappo, though, so, I mean, we're just gonna have to see how this goes, though. The blind fire from Bappo is sealing the deal. And we're kind of seeing a repeat now. Trident. Back to it. That round was very back and forth, to say the least. But despite that round loss, very close round loss, I'll add, from Taicon. They have a lot of money here to buy rifles, and Trident can't quite match that. So Trident's actually at a little bit of a disadvantage regarding their armory against Taicon. But I mean, like we've seen with Trident, it's really not about what they have; it's about what they do. And the majority of the players are picking up towards this front door. Only 2 players actually. Pax is going to clear out bottom floor, and I assume stairs later on. Roar. I mean, these roams from Roar have been pretty big win condition for him. And holy crap, Roar actually just spotted Jesus, and he just ran away. And Kitsune actually gets a pick into Red Room. This is huge. Hunter tried to sneak his way into there, but Kitsune, he's good for it. Bappo finds a kill on sight off that wall. Plague Doctor, he's mid-sight here with Spectral. Stims up, going up close and personal to find Bappo! He actually doesn't. Demon is actually right there with Bappo, and Demon actually finds a second onto the flanker, and Jesus gets one through front side wall. It's now down to just Kitsune in a 1v1 now. Was a 1v2. D-Moon has backed off. It's not exactly... It is Pine Up for him, but he's gonna have to make his way over. Kitsune, he hears the footsteps, checks the window, and he finds the head of D-Moon. Taicon. Second round for them on Factory. And that third take of the defuse will seal the deal as Kitsune walks away with a 1v2 clutch. And a 3K. Taicon not giving up this easy. They have certainly put a little bit of a divot in Trident's momentum. And the economy is actually pretty much equal, it looks like, between both these teams. And from what I'm seeing, we might see an A push. Will be interesting to see. And Taicon, they're nowhere near A. They're all B side, so it looks like it'll be... I mean, hopefully we'll get to see a full-on 5v5 retake. And Trident playing this patiently. Drone is going in, and now that's going to alert Taicon a little bit, saying, hey, we need some more reinforcements towards A. We got 3 there. Foam is up. Wall is down. And Taicon, he actually reacted pretty well, although Pax does get the first. Bappo with the second from the window, and Janitor. And Roar's just going to run in. Finds 2 of his own with the Omen. But Jesus finds one within sight. Roar is right next to this window. Oh my gosh, the camera just switched for no reason, but Roar does get a third there. 1 HP. Jesus catches him running. Plague Doctor, he's here with the oral. Almost gets both, but Jesus shuts that operation down. Puts Trident back into the game, ties it way back up. EMP for the spare bit of cash, and I mean, it looks like Trident's eco has increased after that round. I will say though, this map has become a lot more of a battle. And it looks like Trident is going for something pretty similar from the other round on this floor. Taicon, they're feeling themselves though. They're actually getting pretty aggressive here. Kitsune is propped up in that corner, but Hunter, great shot at Kitsune, punching that position. Plague Doctor is going to stand, still stand. Instant goes out. Plague Doctor does retrieve. Pink Pony tries to retrieve that gun. Plague Doctor 2, but that nade is just too perfectly timed from Bappo. Not the start that Taicon wanted. Demon finding Roar in the corner, and La Passion in a 1v4. EMP planted. And Trident, I mean, their HP is decent, but I mean, they all have Maruis. I doubt that was going to happen. And it's clean from Trident against the aggression. I mean, this sequence was just hilarious. Pink Pony unfortunately lagged out there. I think it gave a clean shot, and then that nade. Absolutely absurd from Bappo. He could shoot, and he could throw. 2-3 right now in favor of Trident. Back on the top. Excuse me. Middle floor. However, look at how Trident's taking this, though. It looks like they're going through... Looks like 2 of them are going... okay. Looks like it's going to be an A take. Sort of abusing Taicon's, I guess, setup towards the B site. But, however, Taicon did react pretty aware. Last time they tried a move like this. And I mean, Kitsune, like, he's already here from red. He hears the drone, sees the wall, sees the first engagement too. Trading health with D-Moon. They both stem up, but I mean, that's valuable info Taicon's gonna get. Laura's already rotated into laboratory, and so is Plague actually, A side. And I think he just spotted. Jesus, stairs, but oh my gosh, Roar with that wall bang onto Jesus. That's insane. And there's 3 here posted up near this door. That nade is gonna get D-Moon! Are you kidding me, Roar? The 2K is clinical, and these backdoor players flashing themselves. And they're the last pair remaining for this win con. Bappo does get that headshot, though. And that's Trident's first kill of the round, though. But Bappo's still making his way in. He might catch La Passion. He does. Pushes up a little bit more. On top of the table now. Gets Plague Doctor, who is running up on him, and he's cloaking. He's going to make his way around. Pax has his back, though. Gets that player who was playing close, that EMP. Planting away as Bappo and Pax actually made this work. Just down to Plague Doctor. Versus Pax and Bappo. Bappo is making a lot of noise. Cloak is probably down now after those shots. And Bappo with that lead. No kidding. Trident starting off with a beautiful half. not as pretty as last time, but the way they ended it was crucial. And 4-2 on their attack. They can now just play defense how they want to. But, I mean, Trident, we saw in Factory, they got tricks up their sleeves. They know what they're doing. And that replay does not capture anything. And yeah, I mean, Trident, again, starting off the round, that's gonna leave Trident guessing. And we can already see here, I mean, like, Taicon has read well into this. I mean, Trident, they do have D-Moon here, though, in Engine, so he's going to be a very important piece of the puzzle for Trident's defense, and he already hears the doors being broken. Throws a nade. Plays back, and Hunter is actually in a good position here, but there's a lot of damage to the door. Instant's also going to be used towards Hunter, and D-Moon's just cut through this corner, but Plague gets the entry. And Trident, I mean, the reinforcements are on their way. Bappo, is this going to be another S-tier frag from you? Oh my gosh, it's actually an S-tier double kill as he peeks right out a triple kill. Gets Enzo, and the ace from Bappo, are you kidding me? Well, he lands the shot, a lap past Sean. That flank didn't even need to happen for Trident. That nade didn't need to happen either. But the ace from Bappo. This man is having a statement match. He could fall off right now and have 0 kills for the rest of the game, and yet he would still be the match MVP for me. And that must be irritating for Taicon. They fended off Trident's tricks. But it just seems like that they can't fend off Bappo's pure aggression, though. And we're seeing Taicon with the A push of their own. Double door is broken down, but they actually don't have the info for that for Trident. Majority of the players are playing anchored in sight, as they should. And all 4 of these members, excluding bot Enzo, making their way into the lab. D-Moon holding the ensign. Keeps his life. Does do a little bit of stall here. And bot Enzo is causing some mayhem on the side of the map here. Will be dealt with, though. Roar foam up. And it's just D-Moon right now, anchoring sight with that RCP. Sean's also trying to find some picks here from the doorway, but Bappo finishing him off. Gets Roar too. That's actually all the players from Laboratory. Kitsune, Plague Doctor actually gets one from backdoor. This is good, but Kitsune is split up into Red Room. Finds D-Moon. Not bad with that RCP. Cloaks up. Jesus! Gonna fall to the ground now. And Plague Doctor, this might be his time to make some sort of movement, but he's actually playing this really cautiously. He has no idea where Pax is. Kitsune doesn't know where Pax is either, I think. This is going to get a little bit risky for both of these players. Kitsune has his face towards the vent. Made himself audible. Pax has a good timing here. Finds the head of Kitsune. That's one. But Plague has the EMP and he knows that Pax is here towards Laboratory side. So he has all the right to plant, but Plague is actually waiting for Pax to come out. Does get the info he's not lab anymore. So he probably knows that Pax is going to wrap around, possibly. He is aware of the sneaky corners he could play, though. And he does get that EMP down finally, but Pax is actually going to re-clear lab. Question is, though, does Plague re-clear lab as well? think Plague did make some footsteps there. Pax knows that he's holding that corner. Spots the elbow. Plague and Pax 1v2. Getting Trident to map point once again. We saw it on Factory. We're seeing it again on Arctic. The individuals of Trident have been stellar. Also, nice try, Plague. Pax has went from, I'm not sure rags, but I'm just gonna say it anyways, rags to riches. Donating his wealth to his team, Taicon. They gotta fight for this map. They gotta fight for this series on the top floor now. And they're giving it, they're gonna give it everything they got. Tukuzu's now in the server as well. Captain of Taicon. And Plague Doctor with the EMP. That's what I like to see. A-side take from Taicon. And D-Moon gets some info there. It looks like he's about to challenge, but decides not. Hunter actually might get some value here, but Bappo's Nay, let's see how it does. Right next to Kitsune and Takusu, but doesn't actually give that much damage. Kitsune is right there, close on the door, finds 3! Bappo, D-Moon, and Jesus all gone. Tuku takes advantage of that, but Pax is on top of the sink. Kitsune, surely you don't clear this, but it doesn't even matter. Pax just finds him anyways. Just down to Hunter. He was on that Plague. Might spot La Passion, but the La Passion, simple gun diff on a Hunter, and Taicon, they're still in this fight. Up 4 players. Definitely not out at all. And we're seeing another dominant KDR from Bappo. This man is on fire. Trident looking to close this one out. Bottom floor. And they are investing a lot into this map, into this round. Taicon, early flash, making sure that no one's here close. Outside door. Jesus just burst TK. That's not a good way to start off this round. Smoke does go in. Actually, a little bit of space for Taicon and more, but that tripwire. That's enough just to get him a pick, and now we're seeing a 3v3 now, even though Jesus was slain pretty early. That wall has yet to be foamed. EMP is down. Taicon, they're a little bit worried that someone might be playing close up left, but it's actually just Trident anchoring down back sight. Playing off sound cues, playing off their intel. And Red Room is going to be watched from Paz, La Passion, making it noticeable. But again, it's also just giving Taicon another threat for Trident to worry about. But Hunter takes a threat down on his own. And he actually might go for more here. He's already pushed up near the door. It's closer than he was. And La Passion, I think they're playing a little bit of a contact play. Tuku and La Passion, yeah. Hook, line, and sinker. back to a 2v2. 1 minute, 10 seconds on the clock for Taicon. I don't see a foam anywhere, which could make Taikon's life a little bit harder. But, I mean, at the same time, it might be a blessing. I mean, they still have options. You don't assume that the team doesn't buy foam. But I think they might just 3-2-1 this. They have 3 stims. Goes for that plant. They have no nades to stall. So Demon's going to try and stall it on his own, but Pax, he's left now in a 1v2, finds the head of La Passion. The planter is now left, but Tuku is not going to let that slide. Taicon picking up their 4th round. And Taicon, that's their 2nd round in a row since map point. So, you can only assume that they're starting to get on a roll here. Could also, maybe Tuku is their IGL. That could also play a factor. But we'll have to see. It's unfortunate because Trident did invest a lot into that round. They're gonna have to invest again, but I mean, only Pax can buy a Maruri here. Rest or forced to deal with the Vipers and Omens, while Taicon, after those 2 rounds and winning them, yeah, they're looking wealthy. Front door is dealt with. Hunter is on the lookout. Spots that drone, though, so it's his position given away. A roar coming in from the top floor window. He's going to drop down while getting a kill from Hunter. Bappo is still there upstairs, though, so they're probably not as concerned about flank. It's kind of the win condition here. If Taicon can just fly into the site, get a pick or 2, it kind of seals the round, but Bappo drops in, creating pressure from both sides. Packed with the overhead, can't quite connect. Demon connects though. Tuku is sitting in the corner. I don't know if Pax is aware of this. No, Bappo drops down for a 2nd time. Tuku gets one, and what is this? Jesus swings outside, finds La Passion. It's down to a 2v2 Plague Doctor with a pick of his own from the window. Bappo, are you going to trade this or not, man? Tuku swings in, and Plague with the refrag. What just happened? A stressful round win, I assume, but definitely a confidence booster. And Taicon, they're slowly making their way up. 5 rounds now. 1 round away from taking this to OT. Let's see what magic they got in store for us. It's top floor. And it looks like another A-take. La Passion not ready for Jesus' hold there. And that nades just desperado of Taicon. Just trying to find a pick, but Roar, wow. Roam versus Roamer. Takes out Pax, and it's gonna give them a lot more space to deal with. Less concerned, but Hunter with the refrag in the kitchen. Trident has great map control here, and they're looking to shut this one out. Kitsune's down. Low HP, that flash. Oh, and Tuku, the instant. That's him down to 1 HP as well. Plague Doctor's the only one healthy. Does get a pick, though. Kitsune's down. As a result, D-Moon is playing around the middle box here. Jesus, here's Plague. He's just outside this window. D-Moon has a devious angle here, but Plague Doctor actually spots him first. Wins the fight anyways from D-Moon. And Tukuzu 1v3. D-Moon is low behind the couch. Jesus made his position known. That's a free pick for Tukuzu. I'm just gonna say Tuku from now on. D-Moon down to 8 HP. Hunter has an Incin. But Tuku has 2 stims. That's more than enough. Trident fell back to sight. It's a Taik, so Tuku is gonna have to play it safe here. They know Trident played very heavily off site towards cafeteria and kitchen. So yeah, he is forced to re-clear all of this space while D-Moon and Hunter, they're just gonna wait. They're gonna play off of each other, I believe. Hunter has the angle. Tuku has the objective. He's gonna go into Hunter's sightline and Trident 2-0 Taicon.